Good morning, my crafty friends. It's Krista here from Second Chance Creation. And woohoo, I finished the custom order journal. Oh, I've had quite a few hair-raising moments with this one, especially when I came back from my week and a bit away. But, you know, that's how it goes. But, changing subject. I have just photographed a beautiful sunrise through my window here, and I'll be putting that photo on Instagram. It's beautiful, beautiful. So by the time you see this video, I presented it to her because my friend just lives around the corner, and whenever I get an opportunity, I like to take it over and present my journals, because some people that are new are a bit weary and might even be afraid to use it and how to use it. So she's very excited, and in return I get a cup of tea and a piece of homemade cake. Okay, so I've made a couple of changes, mainly because it just didn't work. And one of the major ones change that I made was putting in the crystals in this door. Before I went away, I stitched the signatures together to be able to put into the Midori style insert, and I glued the door part to the cover, but without the signatures. Of course, it was all laid out flat, and I used 2 glues to really make sure it was, you know, going to stay there. And I put on a pile of books, so they were sitting on this for a week. And of course I came back and I thought, oh, all looks great. The changes that I have made is, as you can see, I've put some tulle from here and some hessian just to follow on with this hessian string that I've used, and also a little bit of tulle and hessian on the bottom picking through. That's the change I made on this cover, apart from also doing the gold, because this has got had a bit of a brassy on it. It just looked too plain to me, so I ended up getting some acrylic gold paint that I have, and just touched up on the raised edges. So as you can see, I've done the back as well. I've kept that pretty well flat because you'll be using it a fair bit. And what I have actually done is I've actually continued on with the tulle and the brown, and used a beautiful, very soft tulle, and I've just threaded through the 2 eyelets, and I've attached a bag of crystals that she can then take out and put new ones in if she wishes. And with that, I've got a little Tim Holtz metal tag here saying believe. So that is the change of plans. And also I have a key attached to this called heart, because everything she's going to put in here is from a heart. So when I came back, it was all adhered. This was flattened by books, with my books, for over a week. Remembering this was cardboard, and I've layered it to make it high to put all these crystals in. But oh my gosh, a week of heavy books flattened it by about 1 mil, and 1 mil is a lot when you have this closure. So only very small stones will fit in this, but none of these. Probably a couple of them, I think. Totally change of plan. So I've left it as is inside, and she might like to put in a affirmation note in there, you know, as she writes some things. She might want to put it in there. I hope that's going to be okay with her. But like I said, by the time you see this video, I would have she would have already received it. So of course, inside what I've done is I've got this lovely photo that had already this cover on it, and it's got some script on the background, and this tree, it looks really peaceful. And I thought, well, that, you know, because I had backed it already, glued it on, and I was going to put the crystals in here with some cloth and just have that peeking through. Didn't work. So, you know, it still has some height. She can still put some in there, but I think a note would lend itself much better because you're not going to put any pressure on this little clip. And these then she can change as her mood feels on the day, whatever she wants to do, and she can still feel and touch them. The closure is a post with a nut on the inside that came with this strap. And of course at the time I used this strap, it was quite long and I cut some bits off it. Well, lo and behold, when I've attached it, it was quite firm, and I thought, well, that's not going to work because she needs to be able to extend it. So I've attached another piece on there. So she's got plenty of room to fill it up. So that's, you know, the second change that I've made. I've had this for a long time and it just fits all in with, you know, with the hinges, the lock itself. And that's why I thought if I put a little bit of gold on it, just finishes it off. It's not so plain. And yeah, so, you know, sometimes you have something on your mind and it just doesn't look right, so you've got to go back. So as you can see, the little bag is not going to be in the way. She can just move it out of the way like this, and the same with the key. And the other change I've made is because I was going to put this book in this cover because I've had this really thick cardboard, and I was going to stitch it on like so and then slip the book through here. Didn't work, was too tight, too much wiggling around, and then you end up, you know, weakening the cover. So I decided to make another belly band, and I've made this little cover so that she can slip off and put a new notebook in if she wishes, just like that, and just goes in like this without mucking around too much. Okay, I've kept these rest of the pages closed with this paper clip, and it just happens to read "You got this," so that you can keep it closed. In here is my little scrappy little notebook. L is the initial of the first letter of a name, and just popped in some playing cards. Kept them pretty flat. Okay, and there's a little pocket here. She can put that wherever she likes. And then this closes this up. It just helps it so it's not flipping around. Yeah, so I've continued this theme with the Hessian here. Be awesome today. And there's her initials, L. Inspire. Here I've popped in an envelope, and it's from a photographer. It's just got some details on there, no names or anything. She might want to glue a picture or a photo on there, and then she can pop in a note of some sort. I've just attached this little trim. It's paper trim, and I've just glued it on there just to give it a bit of softness throughout this journal. I've used some Tim Holtz bull clips, and you know what? When I go out into the big smoke, I take the opportunity of sales, because this was at Spotlight, and where was I? In Coffs Harbour, and they had a bit of a sale on. I think it was 40% or something like that, or 25 or something, I can't remember. So I've grabbed a few things, and here's an altered book page made into a pocket with a matching little notebook, because she loves birds. She's a great photographer. She's got a good camera. She takes good photos. And then of course on the back here is a flip. And these pages, not many. I've kept a lot of pages clean with edging, except for these ones, so that you can see that it's easier to flip open. And here's just, to live a creative life, we must lose our fear of being wrong. How true that is. Here I've got various pages, but I thought just to make it easy, you know, you can just flip it, and I've just inked the edges just a little bit. It's a baby wipe flip, and this is the one I used to when I was making the cover, the purple and the browns on it. So I thought, well, that lend itself. And I was going to make a pocket, didn't happen, not a good idea, so I closed it. It's all stitched closed now, and that's, you can just use it as a flip. A little bit of hessian here at the end of the bull clip. And this, of course, holds this paper bag that I made for my big book page. Beautiful scenery, and it just keeps it closed. But I mean, you know, she can leave it open if she wishes. I'll leave that up to her, but it's there. And then we come to the center of the signature. So both signatures sewn, and then they slip under the Midori, so she can add to it. Here's a little gold little charm, and just had a couple of envelopes. I think I was going to make a booklet or something, but it gives her the opportunity to put something in there as well, and just slip it underneath here. And then another envelope here, and I just covered that up with the inside of an envelope because it had writing on it. So from a writing pad. Here's the other side of the waterfall effect. So I did not cut any of these pages if they were too long. I prefer them that they were you know, kept so that you can journal on them either way. We come to the end here, and here I've put in one of my little envelopes, little tucks, and here you can see that I've used a book page, but you can journal on the back of this. So I hope you're all well today. It's Wednesday here in Australia, Wednesday morning. So yeah, and here's a pocket, and I've just popped in this sleeve here so you can journal on, just so to let her know she can pop things in. And here I've had this giant playing card gifted to me a long time ago, and I collaged it a long time ago, and I saw this in a book, Keep On Smiling. I thought, how cool was that? And I popped in a bit of elastic, and it's got a holds a pen and a pencil, a little bit of tassel there of the colours in the journal, and she can journal on this because I backed it with some painty papers, and I've just put that in the middle, but she can put that wherever she likes. Another bit of scrap paper in the pocket, and some more paper here. Here we have some beautiful handmade papers. Beautiful, and they were all connected with a bit of string which I took out, and that's why the holes are still in there, so that wasn't my doing. And a little band-aid, we know what we use them for. And here I've just popped in this is my altered paper clip. Well, actually it's a bobbin. I used a hair bobbin on this one, and because it had that brassy gold type look on it, and she can put a little dangle on there, but I didn't use any beads because she didn't want anything plastic or anything, so plastic beads or anything like that, so I've just left it. But yes, I've just decoupaged it with a napkin with purple flowers, and you can still see the tickets. They're the tickets, whole pile of tickets. And what I've done here is you can pop something in these pockets. They're those photo envelopes that you've got in a photo album. It was a pretty narrow one, and I thought, how cool would that be? She can just, you know, she can use it anywhere. She can put in the middle signature if she wanted to, but I'll show that to her when I see her. So, and then just holds that in place. And this is just a flip. Just love this from a magazine. How cool is that? And that can be a tuck. This just holds a few things here. This one holds a page. I've kept that loose. Beautiful scenery. It's come out of a children's book, I think. And yeah, so I just thought that looked so cool. And then on here, it just holds, it's a flip. It holds some paper here. And then this is a tuck, and then that holds everything together. Just like that, I think. Just like that. you know, she can put that wherever she likes. The middle is a double page page, quite thick, which is made that so that it's nice and sturdy. I photocopied a pattern in black and white because I wanted to put this picture on there of a tree. It looks very peaceful. And I've got this little bee charm, that metal charm that I had, just had to put that in there. Never know, there might be a beehive up there somewhere. Little top cluster tuck, envelope with some altered index card, and I've put a couple of little seed bags on the other side. Another band-aid. And here I've just made a little envelope flip so she can journal on all that and on here. So lots of writing. And this is the other part of the handmade paper. Isn't this beautiful? Just love the feel of it. And then here's another tuck spot. Here's my paper trim. I got this off a... Have I got it? No, I haven't got it. It was on a roll. Had that for yonks. And then on the back, of course, I put a little envelope that she can open up and put something in there if she feels like putting a little message in there. And this beautiful verse here. Something beautiful. There's something beautiful I see, no matter where I look. A climbing hill, a spreading tree, a soft and shaded nook. And then the sky with clouds of white, the far-off rainbow's end. My heart can see the golden sun around the river's bend. There's something beautiful at dawn, when night-time fades away, and then the warmth of summertime within the midst of day. Somehow the world takes on a glow, a twilight time draws near, and oh, the joy of eventide to watch the stars appear. Isn't this just beautiful? Oh, it gives me goosebumps every time I read it. So yeah, and she can journal on that as well. And then of course the back is still another belly band, and all I've done with this one, I've attached one of my little flippy envelopes. And of course she can journal on this. I've just glued and sewed some pages on there for her. And then on the back is a flip. So yes, so hopefully she's very excited in receiving it. And the back, of course, like I said, I've kept plain. So yeah, so a couple of little changes, alterations, but I don't think she'll be disappointed because it gives her the opportunity to change these crystals. You know, just take the bag off here, and it's a beautiful soft tulle representing the soft side of her, and she can just untie it and tie it. You know, if she doesn't like it, she can take it off. It's only threaded through the eyelets. So yeah, so let me know of your thoughts. I'm so happy I finished it, and she's so happy to receive it. Yeah, so anyway, and I'll be putting up another video, I think it'll be tonight. Busy day in the garden, and have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.